Hello, this is Rob Polinick from Brutal Iron Gym. I thought it might be fun to show how I create client programs. So here I have a document, and the first section of the document has the basic descriptions and concepts that I include on the first page of a client program. So we have here, the spacing's actually off, let me bump that up. So space for a name, so we'll just write example. And then I would put in the date. I am filming this on the 3rd of January. Now for schedule, it's whether we have a 3 days a week and 4th and 5th optional, whether I want to perform all workouts, perform them in the order. So I kind of pick whichever description works best, and then I'll modify this description here if I need. Then we have per exercise warm-up with a written example and podcasts that help explain it in more detail, how to manage rest times, what the definition of a circuit is, because I use those a lot in programs, how do I select the right weight so that way they can pick the right weight for warm-ups and working sets, how to make weekly progressions, and then when they submit videos, how to do that for a video review. Then gym equipment. So this is if they train at a commercial gym. I'll actually write in the name of the commercial gym and then usually put in a link so that way I can check out their equipment. Or if they train in a home gym, I'll write out home gym and then list the equipment that they have. Now, once I have that, that's basically the first page. Now, what I do is I actually go into starting to write the workouts. So let's say workout 1, and let's say it's a lower body workout with squat focus. Usually what I like to do is to start with some type of hip mobility and core work. Now in this document here, this is actually over 340 pages, and it's copy and pasted YouTube or URLs and then descriptions of various techniques. So let's say I want them to start with like a glute stretch and hip mobility. So cross-legged, I just start tightening that here in the navigation section. And the third one down actually has a good listing of various hip stretches that I like. So if I think these stretches will work well for this person, I'll copy and paste in. Now let's say like I have it built in here where there's like this is a hamstring stretch here, and then this is an adductor and hamstring. So it kind of depends on whether I want hamstring specific or if I want to include the adductors. So I'll drop that. This is a pelvic tilt drill. If they're just normal person, don't have pelvic tilt issues, I drop that. So this is a good stretch routine to have them warm up. So it's a circuit, minimal rests, cross-legged glute stretch. They hold it for 3 sets of 30 seconds, then a lunge stretch, which opens up the upper quadriceps and hip flexors. They'll do that for what's called a contract release repetitions, and then an adductor stretch that also gets the hamstrings. So that might be a good hip stretch. Now let's say I want them to get into an active mobility stretch. Routine or like circuit, I guess would be the right word. I'm thinking of too many things while I'm writing. So circuit here, maybe I'll have them do 1 minute rests, and let's say that I want them to do, let's say they're a pretty strong core. So what we might have is downward dog into a runner's lunge stretch. This is actually kind of a pike position, so this will actually stretch their calves as well as activate the core, stretch the glutes a little bit, and it has a unilateral component. So maybe I have them go into that, and then I want them to do a maybe plank from elbows. So I'll type that in, and I want them to do like a thoracic rotation. So I could type that in, but I knew it was going to be the first one there. So now I'll click this, and this has sections here where I have the same sets and reps all week, or if I want them to do a weekly progression. Let's say I want them to just do the same reps per week on this, because we're just using it as a general mobility warm-up. I'm not using this to like strengthen their movement capacity. So they're going to do a downward dog into runner's lunge, then plank from elbows, thoracic rotation. That's going to open up pretty much everything, activate the core. So they have static stretching here. Then we have dynamic stretching, which also activates a lot of muscles, gets blood flowing. And then squat focus, let's say I want them to do like a full body circuit, but including a squat component. So maybe I'll have them do a muscle cardio circuit. So I have a description here for muscle cardio. And what that means is I'm going to list a couple movements that I want them to do in a circuit, and then they're going to time their rest periods at 1/2 to 2 times the active time. So this is a good way to push cardiovascular in endurance-based training along with muscle growth. So we want to squat focus. Maybe I'll have them start with a dumbbell goblet hold reverse lunge. I like that because I'm thinking now is, let's see here, goblet hold reverse lunge. There you go. Now we have alternating and non-alternating. Alternating is going to be more balanced focus and a little bit less weight, more core, more balance. The non-alternating is going to be heavier weight loads. Let's say I want them to start with a lighter weight and work on balance. Then maybe next month, if they like this movement, maybe I'll progress them to the non-alternating style. Now that I know they have one dumbbell in their hand, if they're doing a goblet hold, so now the exercises I pair with this, I want to do one dumbbell. So maybe I'll have them do a thruster next, which is going to be lower body mechanics, squatting mechanics with a front load. And again, I'll have them do one dumbbell, and that's going to work really well, considering they can do reverse lunges with a single dumbbell in the goblet hold. Then they're going to go into a dumbbell thruster. And then let's say I want them to have a little bit of an upper body and more core component, is I might have them do a dumbbell one arm row and a split stance or like a lunge position. So this is going to be still lower body focus, but you can see we're including pushing mechanics in this thruster, and I'm now including pull mechanics in the one arm row and a static split stance lunge. So although it's like lower body with squat focus, this is going to include a lot of core work and hip mobility in this section, core work, hip mobility in this section. We're going to include cardiovascular work in this section, as well as some blended upper body stuff. So this would be quote unquote functional training, somebody who wants to develop good, strong muscles, but have mobility, have cardio. And then after they go through this section, so this is maybe going to take them about 8 to 10 minutes. This is going to take them again about maybe 6 to 8 minutes. And then this one can take quite a while. This might take them 15 minutes in the full rotation if we're doing 3 sets. Sometimes I'll drop that down to 2, sometimes I'll push it up to 4, depends on the person, depends on their goals. So we're looking at here, this is already going to be a good about kind of 40-ish minute workout. If they have an hour to work out and we're new to working together, I might stop here with the workout because it's going to take them some time to look up these links. So all these URLs, they can click and watch the videos to see the movement patterns. And then as I get their weekly journal, online journal, I'll see how they did, what they reported as what they liked, and then I would make modifications to this on their next monthly program. So now I'll go through and do this for workouts 2, 3, 4, however many workouts we do, but this is actually how I create programs. I use this master document, which is again 340 pages of exercises. And I do a search using keywords here to pick up whatever movement I think is going to work best for them. So if they want to do like machines, say we want to do machine adductor, I just type in MA880, and then there's the machine adductor option. I usually will have that paired with the abductor, so I have that back to back. But maybe they have a variation, that gluteator is a variation of machine their gym has. So it's include a lot of variations, a lot of movements in this. This has well over, I think, 2,000, 3,000 exercises in this document. So I just type in based on whatever I think I would want for that person, whatever matches their needs and their equipment availability. So I thought that'd be fun to show. This is actually how I go through and create workouts for all of my individual clients.